Hey you guys, my name is Graham Fisher, retired footballer, now owner and founder of One Up Soccer Academy here in Calgary. The main goal of this collaboration was to sort of blend on-pitch style with lifestyle of football. With us at One Up, it's really important to have our players looking sharp and fresh on the pitch, but also off the pitch. And this red jersey and the white jersey is gonna really kind of tie into that and help our players feel good off the pitch while sort of rocking a nice little collab between Momentum and One Up Soccer. And not forgetting these guys, Puma, as well. Tell you about One Up. One Up was an idea that I had back in 2019. I was lucky enough to have 6-7 years of playing history over in Europe. I moved back here in Canada, where I'm from Calgary, in 2016. And I saw a lot of opportunity, but a lot of gaps in player development here in Calgary. And what we do is we try to help players find that extra 10, 15, 20% to fill their development to try and reach their goals. Whether that's going from a Calgarian club overseas to Europe in hopes to play professional to a university, or that might even be helping a player that's local here in Tier 2 move up to Tier 1. Everyone has their goals, and everyone's trying to one-up their goals and one-up themselves into the next level, and that's what we try to do. Yeah, honestly, it's a good time for Canadian football. 2019, we had the Canadian Premier League come. Now we have the Women's Professional League just around the corner. Let's not forget how good our women's national team has been, but now our men's national team. So those four sort of corners combining, mixing in a little bit of World Cup around the corner in Canada, US, and Mexico. It's a great time to be a youth Canadian footballer. I think it's grown so much. When I was growing up, I don't want to age myself too much here. If we wanted an opportunity to do something after youth, you had to leave. So I was in Europe by 15 or 16. Now, if you're good enough here, whether you're male or female, you're gonna make it if you're good enough. Whether that's through the CMSA Calgary Minor Soccer pathway into maybe Whitecaps or into Calvary, or whether that's going into a good university and then going to make it to professional or international level. It's great to see the elite side of the game grow, but it's also very rewarding to see sort of the underbelly of Canadian football grow throughout the communities. Even when I moved back here 8 years ago, I would drive by communities or see schools and we'd see players playing basketball or playing hockey. Now, more often than not, you see players kicking the ball around at school, and you see the volume of players playing the sport is more than I've ever seen. And also the buzz. You see now 8-year-olds, 9-year-olds, 10-year-olds that we're training with the excitement that, wow, this actually is an actual opportunity for me. Even we have to shout out Nico Marnuk, who's playing for Calgary, is coaching for us. So he's coaching for us on like a Thursday evening, and he's playing and starting with Calgary professionally on a Saturday. And so they're seeing that link. And they're seeing the real possibility of making this a career for them now. So it's great to see that absolutely explode here in Canada. And I think give us another couple years, I think it's going to explode even more after the World Cup. Give us another 5-10 years, and I think we'll be right there with a lot of other leading footballing countries. I think though, something to think about too is that something that we say at One Up is enjoy the process. And we've also been noticing that with the excitement of how much the game is growing, it's a positive to see that there's actually an opportunity here for youth footballers, but that can also add pressure to the youth players because maybe parents are seeing that it's a possibility, maybe the coaches are seeing that it's a possibility, and maybe we're pushing the players too hard. So at One Up we say, enjoy the process, because no matter your goal, you have to make sure that you enjoy it, and you have to enjoy every training session, and you have to want it yourself. and you have to make sure that nobody else wants it more than you do. So I guess that's unsolicited advice for youth footballers today. Make sure that you want it. And don't do it because your parents want it. Don't do it because your coach wants it. Do it because you want it. And every time you put on the boots, and every time you put on the Puma, make sure that it's because you want to achieve something in the game, not because mom, dad, coach, auntie, uncle want it. And that's so important. So don't forget to enjoy the process. And every time you train, it's for you. Something that's massively important for us is collaboration. We haven't been able to grow this much by just staying in our own lane and not learning from other great clubs or great coaches or great soccer academies, and not collaborating with great brands like Momentum, like Puma. Shout out to our guys over at World of Soccer who are our suppliers, are doing such a great job at growing the game and making everyone look fresh. And these exciting collaborations, I think, allows not just the players to grow in the sport, but just football fans in general and sport fans to kind of catch a piece of lifestyle or catch a piece of overall style of where football's going. So not everyone is a football player or football coach, but a lot of my friends who aren't even footballers, they like to wear like a jersey or like to wear something like retro. So we tried to dip our fingers in lifestyle as well. And when Puma connected us and Momentum, we thought it was a perfect collaboration. We got a couple sick jerseys going. We got the Canadian Leaf, we got the Momentum, we got the One Up Soccer, we got the arrows here. So I think this is honestly a collab made in heaven, and we're absolutely buzzing for it. Everyone has to have their own little flavor on the field, of course, though. Off the pitch, I'm a bit of a mixed bag. Whether it's like an oversized tee or a fitted tee like this. So whether it's now I got the retro, the Momentum kit on with the black sort of oversized Levi's with the Palermos, or whether it's a pair of Doc Martens and oversized tee. My style is kind of like all over the shop. Community is important to me, both in football world and outside the football world. My family is such a massive soccer family. My sister played at a very good level, played down in the States. My mom played, my dad played. They actually owned a football store. So just having that, my family, meshed with like the soccer community really helped me grow as a person and grow as a footballer. If I wasn't playing, I was watching my sister playing or watching my dad playing or helping or working in the soccer. And that sort of helped me to create an identity a little bit. I think soccer really helped me grow as a person and gave me a lot of purpose, and that wouldn't have happened without my family. And I think that it's really cool because it kind of came full circle when I moved back. The soccer community really helped me in my coaching career, with whether it was people that I met and coaches I met through my dad or through the soccer store. The soccer community here in Calgary, and I'm sure it's like that in every city in Canada, is very tight-knit. So we all help each other, whether it's with collabs or whether it's to train a new team or help a club with training sessions. Community is massively important for the growth of any business and the growth of footy in general. This jersey helps with the identity of the academy in a lot of ways. It gives us sort of like an urban street vibe. It helps us express ourselves a little bit. That's something that we've always enjoyed. Another one of our passions is fashion. So of course we're spending so much time improving local footballers, but some of our time we like to be creative, and this, I think, speaks volume of what we're about. Gives us like a city sort of urban, off the pitch, football infused vibe.